What's up mga Kokote? It's me, Kuya Kyle, and welcome to Kuwader, where learning is the name of the game. At kung bago pa lang dito sa YouTube channel, don't forget to click the subscribe, like, and share buttons for updates and videos. So, as you see here in our presentation, we have here improving gestures in oral communication. So, that is our topic for today and for the video. But before that, we always have the trivia for the day. And our trivia for today is, did you know there's a 3400-year-old song? Uh, Harayan Hymn number 6 is considered one of the Earth's earliest melodies. Dating back to the 14th century, it was inscribed in cuneiform on clay tablets, which were excavated by archaeologists from the ancient city of Ugarit, which is now known as Syria. You can actually listen to the tune performed on lyre by composer Michael Leva Levy. So, it tells here the trivia natin is there's a 3,400-year-old song. So, that's so long. Like, if humans, like, pero lang tayong sabihin nating average natin is 70 years old to live. The 3,400, madami na sigurong taong namatay at nabuhay nung mga panahon na yon. Simula 14th century, 14th century up until now. So, let's get into our agenda for today. Ang agenda natin is to improve your gestures, importance of hand gesture, and of course, list of gesture you can use in conversation. First, we have a hand gesture is when you move your hand to express or emphasize an idea. Your body language, including your hand gestures, can help drive your message home and encourage empathy, especially when you're giving an important presentation or speaking in public. A gesture is a movement of the hand, arms, or other body part that is intended to indicate or emphasize something, often when speaking. In other words, gestures are body movements that express something. For example, a wave of the hand is common gesture to you say hello to someone. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon is not just a simple hand gestures, but what we're gonna do is to improve your hand gestures in communicating or in oral communication. So, meron tayo ditong mga strategies and meron tayo ditong mga guides para hindi tayo mahirapan na kung anong gagamitin gestures natin sa iba't ibang uri ng communication. So, here we have what is will tell are some specific gestures to keep in mind for your next talk. So, ito. So, here are some specific gestures to keep in mind for your next talk. So, first we have, when you say a number like 1, 2, 3, you need to like show the number with your fingers. Like, for example, there are 3 steps we need to take to complete this project on its deadline. So, you use the gesture, make your fingers number 3. And next is use your hands to underscore the importance of an issue. If you say this is a small roadblock, you would hold your thumb and point finger a little ways apart to show how small the problem is. For an important or big problem, hold your hands wider apart to give your words visual impact. So, ayun, those are two, and then yung iba pa is um, emphasize emotional topics by placing a hand over your heart. This matches statements like, this is so important to me. And next is help others keep track of your explanation of two different groups by representing one group with each hand. Let's say you're comparing two proposals and your left hand is proposal 1 and your right hand is proposal 2. Each time you mention proposal 1, raise your left hand a little higher and vice versa, because that helps your audience keep track of which proposal you're discussing as you go along. And lastly, show two things being brought together by bringing your hands together. For example, when you say this sentence, I match people with their perfect home. As you say people, you raise one hand. As you say home, you raise the other. And at the end of your sentence, bring your hands together. This may sound simple, but the visual emphasis helps a lot. So, ayun. You need to keep your gestures in mind when you're talking para magkaroon ng visual impact. Next is, why are hand gestures important? It is important because it can help you describe what you're talking about, both literally, like for example, when you talk about drawing a circle, you can motion a circle with your hand, and metaphorically, like for example, you could motion a circle with your hand to say everybody. And next is hand gestures can also help you point to people and things in your surroundings, like pointing at an object while you say look at that. And it also helps you add emphasis and structure when you talk, like for example, showing numbers when you count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And lastly, it gives clues about your emotional state. These gestures are not always connected to what you're saying. Like, for example, are you confident? Are you lying? Are you anxious? Body language, particularly hand gestures, says a lot about you. They affect how people perceive you. When you make gestures, you will perceived as more confident. It is because confident people speak with more conviction. So, here are some hand gestures that you can use in conversation, like listing, karate chop, backhand slap, contrasting, first bump, rubbing hands together, open arms, stop, shrug, your finger pointing up if you're pointing on something, brain tap, hands on heart, steeple. So, most common dito guys na nakita ko is yung hands on heart. If you're really sincere, like you will show hand gestures like hands on your heart. So hand gestures are integral part of communication, particularly if you're speaking in a foreign language. They are they are a great way of making sure we're getting our point across and underpin what we're trying to say. Be aware though, not all hand gestures have the same meaning in all countries. Hand gestures can help you point to people and things in your surroundings, pointing at object, while say look at that. So ito yung sinabi natin kanina na examples. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening. I hope na may natutunan kayo sa ating topic for today, which is effective hand gestures in oral communication. Again, this is Kuya Kal and I'm signing out.